Hello dear students, this is Nazir sir, teaching you mathematics. Will give you the introduction of such a topic of mathematics which will help you in class 8, 9 and 10. And the name of topic is circles. See my dear students, what is a circle and what are all the terms related to the circle. I will introduce circle before you. See, this whiteboard on which I will draw a circle is basically a plane. Okay. If I join, I will show some points on this plane. See, these are some points. This is the denotation of a point. Basically, it is not a point. It is simply a dot. If I join these points, and what does it mean, these points? These points, I mean all those points which are equidistant from a fixed point. Say, this is a fixed point here in a plane. From this very point, all these points which I have drawn here on the plane, all these points are equidistant. If all these equidistant points, which are equidistant from a fixed point, are joined in a plane, this figure so formed is called a circle. This fixed point is called center of the circle. And the distance, all these equidistant points which I have joined here in a plane is the boundary of the circle. Is it clear? This is the first definition of a circle. It is a figure formed by joining all those points in a plane which are equidistant from a fixed point. The fixed point is called the center of the circle. It is a figure formed by joining all those points in a plane which are equidistant from a fixed point. This is the definition of a circle. There is one more definition which I am going to tell you. See my dear, or it is the locus of a point. It is the locus of a point which moves in a plane at a constant distance. It is the locus of a point. This is the locus of a point. I will explain this locus. See my dear students, you have to take two nails. Got it? Tie a thread with both these two nails. Okay. Now put one nail on the ground. And take second nail in your hand and stretch the thread. Then move this nail like this. Okay. The path which this second nail will mark on the ground is called a locus. And that locus is basically center of the circle. See my dear, this is the point where you will fix the first nail. And here, this is the length of thread that you have tied with both the two nails. When you will take this nail in your hands, and you have fixed the first nail on the ground, and you will move this nail. This movement will mark a locus. Locus basically means path. Got it? This is the circle, and this is the definition of circle. Rather, I can say it is the locus of a point which moves in a plane. What is the movement of the point? First, we have to understand that how a point will move in a plane. It means I show that movement of this is the point which moves in a plane. The movement of this point, we made it by using two nails and a thread which we have tied to both the two nails. And this mark which we have marked on the ground is called the locus, which is path. And this is the circle. But the movement should be at constant distance. You have to keep it in stretch. This is the second definition of the circle. Okay. First I told it is the figure formed by joining those points in a plane which are equidistant from a fixed point. And secondly, it is the locus of a point which moves in a plane at a constant distance. Now what are the terms related to circle? What are the terms related to circle? The first term is circumference. Circumference is the first term related to the circle. Circumference means boundary of the circle. This is the boundary of the circle. This is the circumference of the circle. Second, it is radius. Second term is the radius of the circle. If we are in practical geometry, radius means opening of the compass. How much you will open the compass, that is the radius. But in the theory, you have to write a radius. It is the line segment whose one end is center of the circle and other end lies on the circumference of the circle. This is the radius. Third one is chord. What is chord? You know this circumference of circle is formed in a plane by joining infinite number of points. If you join any two points from the circumference, this line segment is called chord. Number 4, there is a property. There are so many properties of chord. First property I will tell you. As the distance of chord from the center increases, its length decreases. See, this also is the chord, but its distance from the center is more than this one. So its length is lesser than this one. As the distance of the chord from the center decreases, its length increases. When the distance of the chord from the center becomes 0, and this will be the longest chord. And you know, longest chord is the chord which passes through the center, and it has a particular name. That name is diameter. Diameter has relation with radius. It is twice the radius. This chord also, I will draw a chord. This chord divides the circle into two parts. Each part is called segment. See my dear, this also is the segment. Segment, it is the region enclosed by the chord and its corresponding arc. So the segment which includes center of the circle is called a major segment, and the segment which does not include center of the circle is called a minor segment. There is one more term related to the circle, that is sector. See my dear, this is the radius and this is another radius. The two radii segments and their corresponding arc. See, this region which is enclosed by two radii segments and their corresponding arc, this region is called sector of the circle. The angle of inclination of these radii segments at the center of circle is called sector angle, and this sector angle is denoted by theta. Diameter is a term related to the circle. Segment is the term related to the circle. Sector is the term related to the circle. Secant is also a term related to the circle. See my dear, what is secant? If you draw a circle and you will draw a line, this line should intersect the circle in two distinct points. This line is called secant line. There is one more line which touches the circle externally or which will intersect the circle at only one point. Such a line is called tangent line. The point where it touches the circle, where it intersects with the circle, is called point of contact. Point of contact. In some cases, if you draw a chord which will be a diameter, do you know which part of this circle is minor segment and major segment? No one. When chord, chord divides a circle into two parts, each part is called segment. If chord is a diameter, then each segment is called semicircle. Got it? These were some terms which are related to the circle. Thank you very much. Hope you might have got it properly.